Everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm not your host, Nick Martucci. You probably know that if you click this video, or you just clicked whatever, and you're in for a surprise. Before we get to that, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for picking this episode to start watching. We have over 130 other episodes for you to watch, which is way too much, but some of them are pretty good. Your host tonight has hosted, I think, 4 or 5 of them. Check those out. Also, check out the Facebook group if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video, or Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. They're all owned by terrible people, but it's the only way to promote the show. If you want to know what's going to happen tonight, I can tell you that. This is a game where our host tonight has pulled a bunch of parental warnings from IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. He's going to read them. We're going to try to figure out what the movies are. We're just going to jump right into things tonight. I'm playing the game. I'm excited to do that. Joining me as contestants are Jessica Mayotte, Lloyd, Legacy Sharp, and Sammie James. And your host tonight, maybe the most frequent guest, definitely the most frequent guest host. Just a thrill as always to have him here. Welcome to your host tonight, Josh Poirier.
Hey Nick, thanks a lot, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for the warm welcome. I think I've hosted 5 of them now with this one. I've been on probably over 35 at least.
Oh no, I think you're over 40 at this point.
Over 40? No, I know I'm over 40. I know I'm old. I'm old. I get that. I'm close to 50.
You and Josh Nick are neck and neck.
I'm getting there.
You are.
So anyways, tonight's show is movies that cut onions. What do I mean by movies that cut onions? I mean the movies that literally cut onions and movies that make you cry. I love a sad movie. I love a sad movie more than anybody else. No, as much as everybody else does. I like to cry. I feel it gets my emotions. I feel it just gets that emotional release out. So when I try to seek out sad movies every so often when I'm really upset. I feel that really helps kind of get it gets the emotions going and everything like that. I love them. This will not be all movies about dogs. Because all of those movies are literally the greatest movies in the world into the last 30 minutes. So you just avoid that last 30 minutes as much as you can.
True.
Basically, that's what I do. I watch those movies until the last 30 minutes and then I turn it off. So I know that the dogs live a happy life.
Beginning of Up.
Just turn it off after the first 6 minutes of Up. I got it.
I watch Up Memento style. In reverse. So it's just about a guy who yells at a kid and then his wife comes back. So I'm going to start with basically I'm going to introduce everybody. You're introduce everybody, but I'd like to kind of talk to everybody real quick. Jessica, how you doing?
I'm good. I have a cold, but I'm good. I will survive.
Good. Glad to hear it. What's your favorite sad movie?
I don't know really, but I can tell you the first movie that made me cry was Rent. So,
Interesting.
Just because Angel died, it made me sad. So,
it's the sadness usually ends up with the character dying, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's almost always with the character dying. Like I think the first movie I really cried at was Mad Max, and it's really weird to know that I cried at this when it would happen. What happened was I cried when his dog died. I didn't give 2 shits. I didn't give 2 shits when his wife or his son died.
Yeah.
It's like they killed the dog. Fuck them. Sammie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Josh. I'm trying to think of a movie I haven't cried during.
What's the last movie that made you cry?
The last movie that made me cry. I was gonna say a great sad movie, and now I need to.
Give me a sad movie. I was just trying to help you out.
Listen. There's a movie. It's weird. I'm not gonna call it my favorite sad movie because it's a beautiful fucking movie. You should watch it if you haven't. But it will destroy you.
Uh-oh.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, there was no way I could put that movie in this list. It's way too devastating. It's a great movie though. But yeah, Grave of the Fireflies.
I used it for movies that traumatize children, but we never got to it.
Probably for the best. Thanks, Sammie. Lloyd, what you got? Sad movies.
I'm not crying. I'm crying. Oh, sorry. The Notebook.
Notebook.
Ooh.
I was the epitome of what was considered not very masculine in the 2000s because I was open, just didn't deny the fact that I wept openly during Notebook. I didn't pretend I didn't act like I didn't. I said, oh, I'm a gangster. Oh, wow. No. I'm a little bitch. I don't care. I was just so sad, okay? And I was okay. I was mocked. I was ridiculed. I was not cool. I was the outcast of every young child, specifically boy. But I didn't care.
But you're in a safe space here, Lloyd. Safe space.
Very safe.
Couldn't do.
Although the Notebook, really? Come on.
Now,
Really?
here's the thing. The one that got me worse than that was Marley and Me.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I wanted to watch the last 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Probably live forever in my movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lloyd. Hey, Nick, you're the normal host. What's a sad movie you love?
Well, I think I'm also going to say two, one that you should watch and one that I cannot recommend you put yourself through. First one, About Time, also with Rachel McAdams and Donald Gleason and Bill Nighy. I won't say exactly what did it because I don't want to give anything away, but there's one scene in this movie. It's about a guy who's time traveling through his closet to other parts of his life. There's one scene that devastates me. But the movie that I think is the most devastating movie, and Josh, you and I talked about this already, Dear Zachary, I would not recommend you put yourself through, but I needed a walk. I needed a shower. I don't sob at movies, but I sobbed.
Yeah, I watched that movie with my stepfather, and my stepfather, who's a police officer and never showed emotion, was bawling his eyes out.
I know about this. I have not seen it, and I feel like that's the right choice.
You should. I think
it's very well made and
will
crush you.
Yeah. It's excellent. It's an excellent film. Like, it's literally like, I wish the guy did more. I don't think he's done anything else since, but it's a documentary and it is unbelievably powerful in every sense of the word. I mean, the whole title is Dear Zachary, a letter from his son to his father. A letter from his father to his son.
Yeah,
that's what it was. And it's unbelievable how good it is. Anyways,
also real quick, the last movie that made me cry, it didn't make me cry, but I got dusty at the end and didn't expect it. Barbarian. Got a little choked up for half a second right before the credits roll.
But I'll give you that.
Again, can't give anything away, but I was trying to think what was the last movie, and yeah, that somehow got me.
I got a TV show that made me cry, but that's the last thing that made me really cry was a TV show.
Which TV show was that?
Owl House.
Yes.
I've heard great things, and I still haven't watched
it. It's amazing.
There's a TV show that actually has probably the most devastating moment in TV show history on it that always makes me cry. That's Futurama.
Oh yeah. That dog
Stark
episode.
Yes.
The dog episode, Hermes and Bender. There's a lot of tearjerkers.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's going to be a fun episode tonight.
Yep. All right. But they're not all sad movies. Some of the movies are literally movies where they cut onions in.
That's so amazing.
Welcome to Good Burger.
So I'm going to start now. I think Nick explained the game. I think basically the clues that I wrote out from the Parental Guide of IMDb. Start off with the 5-point clue and then get down to 4, 3, 2, 1. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. If you get it right, you get all the points. All right, so I'm going to start with Jessica.
Watch me.
Would you like a movie from 1999, 2002, or 2008?
2002.
2002. For profanity, about 9 F words, some milder language.
Oh.
Sammie?
Listen, I've actually never seen the movie, so I don't know if the language thing, but I know, because it was etched in my brain from being alive then, that A Walk to Remember was 2002. So let's take this shot.
You get -1 point.
Okay. That's a good movie, though.
Listen, it's 2002. If it comes up again, I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Going to come up again. 4-point clue. Sex and nudity. There's one sex scene during the course of the movie. In the edited PG-13 version, it's cut back quite a lot with minimal thrusting. In the R-rated version, the scene is slightly longer and slightly more graphic. In both versions, a woman's bare breast can be seen briefly. Some mild sexual references. Lloyd?
I didn't cry during this one, but is this 8 Mile?
No.
Heard swearing, heard sex. I'm like 8 Mile, but maybe not. Okay.
That is the only
3
movie with
points.
swearing and sex.
Actually, that movie was that one actually wasn't really sad at all. Now that I think about it. 3 points. Violence and gore. Some mild violence. A man has a bloody hand. One man puts a knife to another man's throat demanding money. At several points, it is mentioned that a young boy died due to a tumor. A man dies of a disease.
It was a tumor.
Anybody? No?
Mm-mm.
Literally one of my favorite movies, and it was interesting that I don't think anybody's really seen it, but they probably have. Drugs and alcohol, drugs, and smoking. 2 points. Several drug addicts are seen in a sleazy apartment block in Hell's Kitchen.
No.
What?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna raise my hand, and I don't think it's the movie, but it could be.
Sorry for this clue. Sorry for this movie, everybody. For 1 point in frightening and intense scenes, some scenes are very emotional and intense. And what I did was I actually put the scene into this so that people would try to get it. Such as this scene. Through her camcorder, we see 10-year-old Christy walk into Mateo's empty room. We see the view out the window, and then Christy turns to see 5-year-old Ariel sitting on the couch, grief in her eyes. Ariel whispering sadly, "He never said goodbye." Christy, what?
Shit.
Ariel shakily, "He never said goodbye."
Oh, god damn it! I know what this is.
I've
What
never
is it
seen
called?
this
No,
movie.
every
No.
single part of that, every name, I'm just like, what's it called?
It's a movie that absolutely devastated me.
Yeah.
I'll give you one of the actors in it. Maybe we'll see it for 1 point if that works.
Wait.
Patty Considine. It was his breakout performance. It was fantastic. Jessica.
I'm just gonna make a guess. It's not Indian in the Cupboard, is it?
It is not Indian in the Cupboard.
Thank
It does
God
start-
it's not Indian in the cupboard. Holy shit. That would have been disappointing.
It does start with the word "in." This is In America,
Oh,
Yeah.
which was nominated for an Oscar, and it's
That
such
is a great
fantastic
movie.
It is amazing how good that movie is and how much that movie made me cry. Because it's got Jimon Hounsou in it.
Yep.
Patty Considine. The two actresses play the girls are fantastic.
Yeah.
And the last scene the scene where this that I mentioned is so goddamn heart-wrenching because it's a 5-year-old girl going, "He never said goodbye."
Yep.
After Mateo dies of AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, at the end of that round, Sammie, you got -1. Jessica, -1. Lloyd, -1. Nick, standing tall at 0. Go with Nick. Nick, would you like a movie from 1999, 2008, or 1987?
Let's go 87.
The body
87.
slam, brother. Oh, sorry.
Violence and gore. Some gunshots are heard, but no one is hurt.
Let's
real
go
violence, Lloyd.
99.
No, the clues get much better. Anybody? No?
No.
4 points. Shit is used 5 times, once with bull. SOB, several references to a deity. Jesus Christ and God, hell, damn, a few times with God. Bastard, the word sucks is used once, and a few slang terms can be heard in a few scenes.
What year is this? 89?
87.
87.
Oh, 87. Okay.
Yep. I didn't realize it was going to be this hard. Sorry,
No, I
guys.
had
I
to
didn't-
guess with the
glad I
year,
didn't say
but
the
the
89
first
movie.
clue threw me off.
Well, it's not E.T.
Here's one that probably should get should clue in a couple people. 3 points. Sex and nudity. A character licks a screen with an adult male on it, and he seems pleased with it.
Oh.
Huh.
That doesn't.
fuck.
No.
What is that called?
All right,
That's
2 point
called-
clue, and this you should get this at this. You should get it at this clue. 2 point clue: violence and gore. A creature supposedly gets hit by a car and presumed dead. People strap him to the car and drive him home.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait.
Nope, that's
No.
not. I'm trying to.
Mm.
We're calling this
It
a-
turns out it's so hard to do this
Oh,
when
oh,
you
oh, oh.
don't do it often.
All right, Jessica. Anybody else want to guess?
I have my hand up.
All right,
I-
I know Jessica.
I
Jessica
have
first.
a guess, but it seems so out of place that I'm like,
probably,
I'm not gonna make it, but I will be mad.
I'm probably
Jessica.
wrong. Is it Harry and the Hendersons?
Nick.
Harry and the Hendersons.
It is Harry and the Hendersons.
That is, which is a sad movie. I
It
should
is a
have
sad
said
movie.
it.
I'm glad I
for
didn't
one-
try to guess whatever other movie I was trying to think of at the last one.
The 1 point clue for Harry and the Hendersons is violence and gore. A creature is very, very reluctantly hit and shouted at by a man in order to encourage him to seek safety and from hunters after he shows reluctance to leave the family whom he has grown fond of.
Violence and gore.
Yeah, I know.
This movie had one of my favorite warnings. I don't know if it's still there. I'm pulling it up on my own list. A monkey-like masculine figure makes a lot of exotic roars that may come off as hot to single mothers.
I don't know if that's still there.
That sounds like some old-timey fan fiction. That kind of animal talk is right up there with Crow's name. Wow.
That
Lloyd.
clue made me forget how to sit in the chair.
Wow.
So I knew how to do that as a bisexual.
Hey, the one thing is, mothers also like me.
Single mothers.
Single mothers also me.
You can't be in a relationship and
Oh,
find
damn
these animal-like roars.
Yeah,
Sexy.
large monkey-like creatures. I'm just gonna stop there.
Hey, Lloyd,
Yes.
would you like a movie from 1999, 2008, or 2009?
None of them. But if I have to pick, 1999.
1999?
Yes, please. That's
All
as
right.
good as I
And
get.
violence and gore for 5 points. A couple of anatomical references, several scatological references, and mild obscenities. Some name calling.
Some name.
Oh, obscenities. I feel like that's not in this movie.
Ooh.
Sex for 4 points and sex and nudity. Some innocuous flirtation among a couple of adults, such as a moment where after two characters meet, the man stumbles and finds himself oogling her for about a split second by quickly dragging his eyes from her hips all the way to her bust.
Oh, that long distance?
It's like I know a 99 sad movie, but these clues are not killing me. And you know what?
Mhm.
You know what? It's time.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my wheelhouse of just. I'm here. I'm here for fun. Okay.
Sammy, for 4 points, what is it?
I'm here for fun. This is Iron Giant.
This is the Iron Giant.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, I was
Wow.
shot in the dark.
This is my favorite sad movie of all time.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Those clues equal Iron Giant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still get sad. I still get choked up. At Superman. Like,
Well,
can't
I
do
know. I
Superman.
saw it. I didn't connect the clues movie didn't add up.
Listen.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, for 3 points, we see a boy unzip his pants in the bathroom in a scene sitting on the toilet with his pants down, though his underwear is still on. A man unzips his fly and a squirrel jumps out. This is seen
would
from
have
the
had
island. Violence and gore. A man goes through the window of a boat and is knocked onto rocks on the shore. Hogarth sprints through a tree branch and quickly wakes up with a nosebleed from the impact.
Yep. That
In
was
Violence and Gore, Mansley grabs a Hogarth by the face
Oh, God.
and then swiftly knocks him out by putting a handkerchief laced with chloroform to the boy's face. Two boys almost fall off a roof. The boy gets knocked unconscious. I pretty much figured without mentioning the giant at all, you'd get it from the name Hogarth.
Sorry.
all this tells me is that it's been a long time.
I quote that so
Such a
so
good
many.
movie.
That's a
Such a
movie
good
that I
movie.
will just find myself. You stay. Oh.
Stay, no following. Jesus Christ, that movie just destroys me. All right, Sammie, right?
Yes, that's my name.
All right, well, here's the score update. Sammie's at 3 points, Nick's at 2, Jessica's at 1, and Lloyd, -1.
Most episodes, I will be in the lead for a small window, and then it's all gone, and that's fine with me.
Sammie, would you like a movie from 2009, 1999, or 2007?
Let's go 2007. You know, it's enough things made me sad in that year that like a movie had to have been one of them.
All right, 2007. You ready for this? Sex and nudity. This is very racy. A boy hugs a girl.
Oh, that is sad. That's how Chris Benoit's son died.
You know what? You know what?
You know what? You know
I'm
what?
just gonna try for some points.
It's weird if this is a sad movie,
Okay.
but I know it came out in 2007.
Sammie, what's the movie?
Super bad.
Nick, what's the movie?
Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
fuck, Nick. You got it right.
That's of course
to
it's
Terabithia.
Bridge to Terabithia is the saddest fucking that. Yes, that's the correct answer.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wow.
I have a story about that, but we're trying to be good for time, so I'm not going to tell it.
I'm so sorry for guessing.
That's all right. So the rest of the clues in that one, Violence and Gore, boy shoves his little sister, and she falls on the ground. Number 3, several children chant "Free the P" while marching toward a bully who makes them pay to use the bathroom. Frightening and intense scenes. Large, sharp-toothed creatures. They look like wild dogs surround a boy and a girl, and they lunge at them. The boy and the girl fight them off with sticks. A dog bites the tail of one creature, and the boy imagines having an iron glove on his hand and punches 2 of the creatures that are thrown into a tree. And then for 1 point, frightening intense scenes. It is heard that one of the children dies, not shown. The other child is very sad and even in disbelief that it even happened until he finally accepts it. That is A Bridge to Terabithia, which again, I cried at pretty heavily when I watched that.
I still haven't seen it. I read the book in school and just
The book is
haven't watched the movie.
Score
He
check. Score
has
update.
my sister's name.
Nick's at 7 points. Sammie's at 3. Jessica's still at 1, and Lloyd's still at -1, buddy.
I think I'm supposed to be at 2.
Yeah, Sammie lost a
Actually,
point on that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
said
you're at 2.
super bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, that was a sad movie too, so I let you keep the point, but not anymore. Jessica, would you like a movie from 99, 2003, or 1971?
It's 2003.
2003. This is one of my favorite clues too. Sex and nudity. A brief penis is seen in this movie. It's maybe seen for a minute or less, plain as day.
But the penis is brief.
All right. 4 points in profanity. 3 shits, 1 slang term for sex, banging, 1 bitch, 3 dams, 3 hells, and 1 incomplete son of a 1 screw. Frightening intense scenes for 3 points. A cat dives off a high platform and into a cushion below as part of a circus act. Really?
No.
All right, 2 points. Will asks Jenny if Edward had an affair with her. We later see her offering a flashback to kiss Edward, but he declines it and reiterates he loves his wife.
Oh.
1 point. 1 point. And if you don't get it at this one, then you really, really need to look at your life.
I need to do that anyway. Thanks.
Do you have a guess, Jessica?
I do actually.
Okay, what's the guess?
Is it American Beauty?
It's not American Beauty. All right. For frightening and intense scenes, in an imagined and symbolic scene, an adult son takes his ailing father into a river, lowers him down into it. When we then see the father's face disappear down into the water. While not inherently disturbing, it's actually quite touching. Some younger kids might not get the symbolism and might find it unnerving.
Wait, what year is this?
2003.
Oh, never mind.
Can you repeat that one?
Yep. In an imagined and symbolic scene, an adult son takes his ailing father into a river, lowers him down into it, and we then see the father's face disappear down into the water. While not inherently disturbing, and it's actually quite touching, some younger kids might not get the symbolism and might find it unnerving.
I feel like I've seen this, but I can't. I don't.
I'm taking a shot in the dark.
Sammie.
Is this really, really Big Fish?
The ska band?
Oh, it's a movie.
Nick?
Or like Big Fish or Big Fish.
I've
That's
never
what the movie's
seen it,
called.
but I'm also going to say Big Fish.
It is Big Fish.
Oh,
Listen, 2003 was also a big year for ska.
Just sell out to me.
It's also a big year for a different movie, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Once a
please
past
don't.
episode, we've been over it.
Big Fish absolutely destroyed me. That last scene that I just spoiled for everybody is fantastically touching and moving. So far, that was a point for Sammie.
Coming for you, Nick.
So far, I've
Nick.
seen one movie that you've mentioned.
Really?
I've
Jesus.
seen this movie.
It's a great movie. It's one of Tim Burton's better movies.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah. Yes, so did I. I think it's one of Tim Burton's better films, honestly. It's at least one of his more put together films. And there's not a lot of Helena Bonham Carter in it. So
Of the three, where does it rank with Tim Burton movies where Danny DeVito has a big top hat?
that's a tough one. We'll come back to that. All right, score check. Nick's at 8, Sammie's at 3, Jessica's at 0, and Lloyd's at -1. Nick, would you like a movie from 1971, 2007, or 1971?
Give me 1971, but the second one.
Okay, 1971, the second one. And profanity for 5 points. Not much, if any. One use of breasts, Jesus Christ, damn, ass, and sex. 2 uses of oh heavens. And I just deleted the thing. Hold on 1 second. 2 uses of oh heaven and bastard. 5 uses of hell.
Profanity was really different after the 60s.
Nick?
Harold and Maude.
Holy shit, Nick.
Fuck! And I love that movie! I love that movie!
It was all I had in my head at 71.
I was listen.
It's one of my favorite
I was
movies.
this close to just guessing it because of the year, and I didn't.
That's what I did.
All right, Nick, take the MacGuffin out of your beard and show us all.
It's a fantastic movie. I love Harold and Maude.
It's beautiful. It is such a great movie.
And there's a couple of Cat Stevens songs that aren't available anywhere else in it.
If you want to host a movie show, who's to host a movie show?
If you want to answer the question, answer the question.
Just for
There's a lot of wrong answers to give. You know that there
I
are.
go through the rest of them. Frightening and intense scenes, the main character's mother's lack of empathy and boundaries might be disturbing to some teens. 3 points, sex is discussed in several scenes. The 2 main characters are later seen in bed. Sex is implied. There are several comical suicide scenes played for laughs, including hanging, stabbing, self-immolation, and a character pointing a gun at his own face. Some of these have blood and are depicted realistically. And then the general premise of an old woman and a young man having a romantic relationship, actually it says romantic relationship, could be seen as very disturbing. Very disturbing by some people. The suicide scenes and frighten or upset some people, though they are carried out quite comically. The humor of this film is quite dark.
Comical
Excellent.
suicide.
I'm glad I
would say it's
specified
very
which
dark combination
71.
of words.
Yeah, you are. You should be. The other one, I don't know if anybody would get.
All right, well, I'm not going to say 71 again.
Hey,
I
Lloyd,
am.
Lloyd, would you like a
I
movie
am,
from
and then I'm keeping quiet.
like a movie from 2007, 2007, or 2008?
Wow.
Wide berth.
What a spread.
Wow. I don't want to think about Christmas Watch twice, so let's go 2008.
2008?
Yeah.
Sex and nudity. There are two scenes where the married couple start having sex. One in a hotel room, but nothing is shown in either. In the latter scene, as the camera tilts up to the ceiling, rhythmically squeaking bed springs are heard.
You know what? I got so many points to burn. I'm just going to start guessing on shit.
All right, Nick, what do you think it is?
Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Lose a point.
Thank you.
Profanity.
I'm disappointed.
I don't know why I keep using these clues, but they just make me laugh. Profanity. One use of shit, two uses of son of a bitch, two uses of ass, one use of bastard, one use of damn, five uses of hell, six uses of crap, one use of piss, two uses of friggin', eight uses of God, six of oh my God, three of oh God, one of my God, and one of Jesus. A couple of slang terms were also used: boobs, balls, quite a bit of profanity for a PG movie.
Oh heavens.
Oh, that is a surprising clue there.
Okay.
Don't ask me to repeat that clue because I will seriously leave the show.
Well, that explains the friggins.
All right. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. During his job interview, John states 10 years ago, I was doing bong hits and playing Donkey Kong.
Timeline adds up.
Violence and gore for 2 points. A teenage girl screamed from her driveway late at night. Someone stabbed her while she was standing at the side of her car, then ran away. She is trembling and crying pretty hard. John sits with her and keeps her as calm as possible until the police arrive. The scene is very brief and lasts for less than a minute. A bitter joke is made about this later, but it's not meant to be funny.
Okay, it's definitely sad.
Ooh,
It's a PG movie.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Is it Marley and Me?
It is Marley and Me.
What?
Wow.
just to finish up, this is my favorite. It's one of my favorite clues. It's not my most favorite clue, but it is a favorite of mine. The title character is seen repeatedly humping people and furniture, most notably the obedience school trainer. We were also told he humped dogs on his walks. During the credit, a short clip is shown during which he is humping a sofa and his penis is visible.
And we're sure this isn't the Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
It is the Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I was wrong. Nick gets the points.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, what?
No, it's not.
Okay, now I'm
Sammie,
which one is it?
it's
It's Marley and Me.
I never made it to the credits, so I never saw that penis scene.
That's your gift for sitting through.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I wasn't watching the credits. So I didn't know I was doing
Not a
things.
dry eye or a dry leg in the house.
Score check. Nick is at 12. Sammie's at 3. Jessica's at 2. Lloyd, still -1, buddy.
Be worse if I
Sammie.
was guessing. I'll take it.
Sammie, would you like a movie from 2007? 2007? Or it's 1998.
I'll take the first 2007.
You should know Marty's in the comments right now saying that they are obsessed with how you're giving years.
All right, profanity from 2007. 5 points. Uses of hell, damn, ass, and at least one use of bastard.
Trying to figure out the 2007 fetish tonight.
Nick.
There will be blood.
No.
There's a lot of uses of bastard.
At least one. Right. Sex and nudity contains some moderate sexual references relating to pornography, erectile dysfunction, and several penis jokes. However, the gags are fairly moderate, but most children would not understand them. Oh, this is.
Oh,
This is
wait! I'm gonna take a guess. I have no reason to think it's this movie.
What is it?
Is this Rain Over Me?
It is not Rain Over Me.
That was the year, right? That was the year.
It was the year. I think it was the year. Yeah. Now this one frightening, intense scene. Now it kind of goes completely, flies in the face of the fact that young children would not understand them. But some scenes of violence, decapitation, may frighten young viewers.
Wow. Okay.
And 2 points. Violence and gore. On a dead man's butt, a tattoo is peeled off by a robot, which causes some skin to be ripped off as well.
What?
That sounds familiar.
You ready for the 1 point clue? And this is my favorite clue of all time. Ready? For 1 point. Normal Futurama language. Nick.
I mean, there are 3 of them. So I'm just going to go with Bender's big score.
That is correct. It's Bender's big score.
Yeah.
The reason why
Got
that
my
movie's sad
negative
is
point back.
because you find out what happened to
It's
Seymour.
not the Beast with 1,000 Backs.
No, because you find out what happens to Seymour. You find out that he lived with the Fry duplicate all along. And that just made me bawl my eyes out when I was like, he's alive.
It's a real good reveal.
It really is. It really is. That was a straight to video movie that I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that movie since 2007.
It's so good. And Futurama was such a good series. All right, with that changes scores a bit. Nick is at 12. Sammie's at 2. Jessica's at 2, tied for second place. And Lloyd. Lloyd.
Wait, what's Lloyd's score?
-1. It's now we're at
guessed early in the
Jessica
first
again.
round and never again.
Jessica again. Jessica, would you like a movie from 2008? I hate to do this. 1971 or 2009?
2009.
2009. All right, for 5 points in 2009, there are suggestive scenes where adults kiss to prepare to bathe together.
Who bathed?
We should use this for the 5 point clue, but 4 points. 1 use of oh my God, geez, and son of a gun. 2 uses of oh God. There weren't many clues for this movie, so I have to make do with what I got. 3 points. Loss and mourning, but no violence. All right, 2 points, and you should get this at 2 points if you know anything about the story.
Stop saying that.
I said if you know anything about the story, you should get this for 2 points. A dog willingly waits and returns to his waiting spot outside of a station to wait for his dead master.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Emotional.
I
do know
don't know
that.
what this dog's name is. And I know what I want to say, and I'm just not going to say it because I know
I'm
that's not
pretty
the
sure
name.
I have the name right.
Amy, what's the name?
Is this Hachiko? Is that what it's called?
That's the name of the dog. The name of the movie. Actually, I'll give it to you anyways because the name of the movie is Hachi, the dog story. The actual name of the dog is Hachiko, but for some reason they shortened it to Hachi, the name of the movie. But it's a really sad, true story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just couldn't. I couldn't guess Hitachi.
The funniest thing just happened. The funniest thing just happened is I looked at my clues. My clues were a little jumbled, and the 1 point clue for this was the title character seen repeatedly humping people. In furniture.
It happens in every dog movie.
No, the actual 1 point clue for that is the ending shows Hachi and Pete Parker reunited in heaven. Is extremely emotional and might cause most viewers to cry. I never actually saw the movie, but the real story made me cry. So, also I didn't really see the movie because they kind of whitewashed it.
Yep.
Yeah,
they
Richard
did.
Gere.
Why? Because it stars Richard Gere?
Yeah, I know. Richard Gere in Japan too. All right.
Richard Gere and his dog Hank.
That was 2 points for Sammie. That puts Nick at 12, Sammie at 4, Jessica at 2, Lloyd. Lloyd. Lloyd.
Hard times, bro. Hard times.
Okay, Lloyd. It's Nick. Is it Nick? Nick.
What's up?
Would you like a movie from 1978, 1971, or 1989?
You know what? Let's do 71. I want to know what the other 71 is. Screw it.
We'll do.
I have a
1970
guess for another 70s movie. I know, but I
Writing
don't
an
know
intense-
what year it came out.
Writing intense scenes. Suggested MPAA rating. That tells you something. PG for some mild language, a few racial epithets, and emotional intensity. Nick?
Just gonna say the other movie I could think of, Brian's Song.
And 5 points.
What?
Fucking fuck.
Oh. Okay, sure. Good on you. Cool.
Jesus.
It's great.
Yeah, because it was a TV movie. It was made for TV movie. So,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
What I love about the fact that the first one says suggested MPA rating PG for some mild language, and then the next one says 4 points says this movie is rated G. Well, there's very little offensive material as it was made for television. The mild language and sad theme of the story would warrant a minimum PG rating if shown today. Profanity for 3 points. Hell is used 3 times. Dick is used once or twice, and jackass once. Lodi and God are heard as well. On his deathbed, the title character says a couple of things which are difficult to make out. One of them sounds like Jesus, more like a prayer than swearing, though it's hard to hear exactly what he's saying. 2 points. Some football action. Dale Sayers is badly injured in a game that almost ruins his career. And then 1 point, Brian Piccolo's health deteriorates as his cancer worsens. His physical appearances in the hospital and dying can be intense for some viewers. Another tearjerker. Crazy
Well, I
ass
know
sad
Gale
movie.
Sayers is.
Crazy ass sad movie. Again, based on true story. A lot of the saddest movies are based on true stories. So,
Yep, because life is sad.
yeah. Nick, that puts you at 17.
I'm sorry.
Sammie's at 4. Jessica's at 2. Lloyd.
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 Hard times, bro. Hard times.
Your legacy is being tarnished by this.
From which I went.
-1 for Lloyd. -1 for Lloyd. Lloyd, you got a chance to make
Lloyd's
it up.
not here to play. Lloyd is here for us to enjoy Lloyd's company.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go.
Lloyd, would you like a movie from 2008, which I'm suggesting you take?
What?
1999 or 1999 or 1968?
1968. Good God.
Don't let Josh bully you, Lloyd. Pick
Yeah,
68.
don't let me bully you. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna lean into when I was actually allowed to eat in restaurants. I'm gonna go with 99.
99.
Oh,
There's a story there. 99.
Yeah, you weren't born yet in the 60s.
Thank
What
goodness.
Sex and nudity. 5 points. The
year?
man has a book in front of 99.
99. Okay,
Man has a
cool.
book in front of him, but he's not reading a book. Instead, he's looking at a porn book that shows a cartoon drawn woman and man having sex.
Definitely a 99 movie. Checks out.
Just gonna think of the
Nick.
other 99 movie I can think of.
jeez.
Girl Interrupted.
No, it is not Girl Interrupted.
Okay,
Brings it down to
cool.
16, you loser.
Yeah, that's such a dot on his current score. He's good.
4 points. This is
Disappointing.
another great clue. Another great clue. Sex and nudity. 2 different characters in different scenes grab onto one's character penis. First isn't done sexually. The second one can be viewed sexually by the way he's touching, holding it. No nudity.
That movie's 98.
Mm,
Johnson Gore for 3 points. A man cradles the dead bodies of 2 girls. Their hair is matted with blood. The father bloodlessly punches him across the face a few times in despair before he's pulled away.
So is this one where they cut onions?
This is definitely this is definitely one where it's sad. You haven't hit a cut onions one yet. Violence and gore for 2 points. A mouse is purposely smashed by a shoe. We see some blood around its head face.
I've seen this.
Nick, for 2 points. What is it?
This is the Green Mile.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm afraid of the dark. Don't put me in the dark. God damn it, that made me cry my eyes out.
Yep.
Michael Clark Duncan was amazing in that movie.
Oh yeah.
He was absolutely amazing. He was absolutely amazing in everything he did, honestly. But that one in particular, where he was just, I mean, he was one of the best. He was one of the only good parts of the Daredevil movie.
An excellent Kingpin.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell was an excellent Bullseye as well, but that's just because he's Colin Farrell. All right, that changes the score.
And Ben Affleck. No, I couldn't even say it as a joke.
That movie actually makes
Kevin Smith was a great Kevin Smith in that movie.
Yeah, he should have been on this list because it.
Daredevil.
Jennifer Garner was also in that movie.
My favorite scene, my least favorite scene in that movie is when all of a sudden they're in a playground and let's kung fu fight. Just randomly. Mark Steven Johnson ruined comic book movies for a while. All right, the last one was Edward Delacroix gets executed, but due to a purposely botched setup, he is zapped for a long time. His body convulsing from the electricity and flames breaking out on his body, and under his death hood as he screams. This goes on for what seems like several minutes. This is all because Percy did not wet the sponge to prevent it. Edward is later seen all burnt up.
That would have.
All right, last clue. As we're going into the last clue, Nick, you really need to screw up to lose. Nick's at 18. Sammy's at 4.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping to keep my second place. Okay.
Lloyd.
Now, Lloyd, this is your time to shine.
Lloyd. Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Come on, Lloyd. Come on, Lloyd. I believe in you, Lloyd.
I'm
Sammy.
glad you do.
Yeah.
It makes one
Sammy,
of
would
us.
you like a movie from 68, from 2008, or from 78?
78.
78. Be actually the easiest one we've got left. Writing in intense scenes for 5 points. Several scenes containing very strong, potentially nightmarish images.
I don't know.
I need to just guess on.
Oh
everyone.
wait.
I don't think it's this.
Yeah, go ahead and guess this movie. Go ahead and guess.
I'm gonna guess Charlotte's Web.
That's not Charlotte's Web. Sorry,
Okay.
Lloyd.
Lloyd, you can do this.
4 points. The music and general mood of the film is rather bleak, surreal, and intense. Nick.
Tommy.
Tommy. Can you feel me? For 3 points, Hazel is shot in the leg, but he survives. There's a bloody bullet hole in the leg that was shot. The bullet is removed from the wound and they require time to heal. For the rest of the film, there's a scar where he was shot.
Fuck.
Yeah, my thoughts is
All alone.
Watership Down.
Watership Down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's another devastating movie. Absolutely devastating movie.
Listen, I kept second place. I'm fine. That's all I care about. I beat
so the final
two
scores.
people. Okay, that's all I ask when I'm on this show is that I beat someone. And that's this time I beat two someones.
Yeah, there you go. The final scores are Nick at 19, Sammy at 4, Jessica at 2, Lloyd. Lloyd, you guessed at the first clue and then didn't guess again for the rest of the show.
I learned my lesson.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You didn't even try.
That's how you play the game.
I was tempted
Just
on
acknowledge if we were worse at this game, Lloyd would have won.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
There
true.
has literally been a point at a time where I was at 1 point, and if I had just not guessed, I would have won.
So just one more clue I wanted to throw out because I love it. Was in the '68 movie. The clue was none except the use of profanity, none except the use of dick as in a person's name. And that movie was actually, you probably know from this clue, Algernon the mouse dies at the end.
Oh,
Yep,
Charlie.
Yep.
Really
Yep.
fantastic movie. One of my favorite books of all time too.
What
Just
was the
devastating.
Onion movie?
Yeah, there were a bunch of Onion movies actually.
We missed all
go
of
through
them.
You did. Actually, surprisingly, you
Touch
did.
any of them.
One of them was the Onion movie.
I was wondering if you would include that.
Boiling Point. One of them was Julie and Julia.
Oh,
R.I.P.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I think I killed it.
Chef. Was Chef one of them?
Chef was one of them. Chef was one of them. And I'll just
Do I
go
get
through the list
points?
real quick. Yeah, I'll just go through the list real quick. The movies were, and these are movies that make me cry: The Iron Giant, In America, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
That's why I was pushing 2008 on you, Lloyd.
God damn it. I would have
Oh,
got
what a great movie.
Harry and the Hendersons, Frequency. Which is
Oh,
another great
fuck
movie that
yeah.
made me cry. Chef, Julie and Julia didn't make me cry. The Green Mile, British Terabithia, Big Fish. About Time I put in there.
I kept wondering
Brian-
if it was going to pop up.
Brian's Song, Bender's Big Score, Harold and Maude, Ratatouille was another one which they cut onions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
The Onion Movie, Boiling Point, Marley and Me, Hachi, Watership Down, Dead Poet Society,
Yep.
damn.
Awakenings,
Yeah.
Charlie, American History X.
Oh.
Which I-
God, all the
actually did
movies I was prepared for weren't said. I'm like,
Fucking X.
I
Holy
came for these movies.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, yeah.
And then I included this one because Nick said he'd never use it, the Higher Learning.
I feel like I know where Seth Rollins learned the curb stomp.
Oof. Yeah, that was actually the 1 point clue. The 1 point clue is the curb bite scene is the most brutal scene, but we don't see anything.
Yeah.
Clues for that
was-
movie. Yeah, that was
Oh God, that.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
but that was my list of movies that cut onions or make you cry or whatever. So thank you to everybody for indulging me. I'm going to pass it back to Nick for the final thoughts on the show.
Fantastic job, Josh,
Thank you,
as
thank you.
always. In fact, that might be your best one, I think.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great
Ironic,
list of
the one where
movies.
Nick got the highest score in the game is one that Josh did the best at. That is
Lloyd,
No,
Lloyd.
Lloyd. Well, this was great.
When you get
Before-
when you get one right, you can answer. You can talk.
One of these days, Lloyd is going to run this game.
I've been doing comedy 6 years. I've never said anything that hilarious.
Before we go, as always, if there is anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, any last words? I know the answer to this, but I ask anyway. Jessica, do you want to say anything?
I'm just here.
You're always great.
Yep.
Lloyd, what do you want to say?
What do I want to say? Well, tomorrow night I am going to be in Salem, Massachusetts at the Gula Gula Cafe for a 90s party comedy show.
Ooh.
And on Saturday, I am going to be in Lawrence, Massachusetts at One Broadway Collaborative, opening for Maxwell Schultz as he records his album.
Hell yeah.
And
Gotta get
for
Maxwell back on the show.
Oh, you know what? There's two more specific ones I'll put in there, and then I'm doing Michael Legacy Jackson will be in Boston on the 17th and New Hampshire on the 18th. And for anything else, find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Don't use TikTok, but if you're on there anyway, find me there. Same
Find
handle
some videos.
across all those mediums. Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook. Follow the Legacy Tour update page. That's where you can keep up with me because I can't keep up with myself, so I can't tell everybody where I am unless I'm doing it through the internet. And yeah, find out everything else there.
Wonderful. Sammie, you got anything you want to promote?
Yeah. You follow me on all social media at Sammie James. I run a monthly show called The Waiting Room, which is back at the end of this month. with a bunch of great comics. And this weekend, tomorrow, you can see me on KO Comedy at 11 p.m. Eastern. And if you've ever seen me at the end of this show, you know that I'm already tired. So, like, if you want to see Sammie James at her loopiest, you want to see an 11 p.m. show that I'm on. And then Saturday, I am running a fundraiser live on YouTube comedy show, a fundraiser for the website Autostraddle. And it's a fantastic lineup. We got JD Stevens, friend of the show, is on that. We got Carolyn Bergier. We got Rowan Zaioli. KJ Whitehead, fantastic. And I'm being a bad host. As I didn't say, was that 4 or 5 names? Was that 5 names?
I'm counting. I'm good. I'm bad at counting.
I don't normally count when people start listing names.
Yeah.
We're
I usually
different
do, but I
people.
didn't this time.
And Bailey Pope, I fucking love her. Listen, it's a fantastic lineup. As I said, I'm tired.
And finally, floor is
Sucker
yours
soul.
again. Floor is yours again, Josh. Do you want to tell people anything?
Yeah, I'm going to be on Sammie's show in December. I'm going to be on JD Stevens' show in January. Interesting Points is coming back next year. That's
Hell
definite.
yeah.
Nick will be on it. Lloyd will be on it. Sammie will be on it. I guess you could be on it if you want to.
Where we go? I'll go.
I have a panel show that I do. That I used to do.
Oh,
And I did
It's so good.
70,
It's so
about
good.
75 episodes of that. Bringing back.
I'll
It's
do
so
it.
good.
nice.
It's a
I'll
it's a
do it.
blast.
You know I'll do
It's a fun time.
Yeah, I miss it so much.
It's really
That's where I
good.
met Nick. It's actually where I met Nick. So
Yeah.
that has that to be blamed for
It's
this.
so good.
Um,
It's so good.
but it's literally one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and I'm
It really
glad
is. It really is. It's so
Lloyd.
Uh,
Lloyd.
once again, thank you so much
good.
to Jessica Mayotte, Sammie James, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, our wonderful host. Thank you once again, Josh Poirier.
Thank you,
I'm
Nick.
Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. We're doing the show on Mondays, just Mondays this month. This is the last Thursday show for a little while, at least. We'll see. We'll see if we bring back the Thursday shows. But Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. You're going to want to see. We got some fun stuff, including Monday, we'll be back with PG-rated movies. The lineup on that, Sammie James is back, the aforementioned JD Stevens, the aforementioned Marty Viscosi, and the long-awaited return of Sammy Lanza. It's going to be... it's a group of people that I do not know how we're gonna. This show is short. I don't know if that show's gonna be short.
And speaking of not short episodes, I say this every time. If you're a fan of this show or if you're not a fan of the show, go back and watch the episode that LC hosted. It is the best episode in the history of the show.
I'll tell you this much, Nick.
Lloyd.
Yes.
Lloyd. Lloyd. No, Lloyd.
I'll tell you this much,
No.
Nick.
Yes. What's up?
I don't have something the next day that I need to get a good amount of sleep for that show.
Jesus.
I
You're
feel
gonna
for
want
you,
to
Nick.
tune in for that. So like, subscribe, do all that YouTuber stuff. Hit the bell. I never say hit the bell because I've never done it, but I assume it's good. YouTubers say to do that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah.